Have you ever laid in bed at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling while your brain just won't shut off? It's like a wasp buzzing around in your head and you can't catch it. You're so tired you can barely move, but the second your head hits the pillow, your mind starts racing. You replay your whole day. You think about everything you didn't finish. You worry about tomorrow's to-do list. If you're running on coffee and pure determination, feeling like you're always behind no matter how hard you work, I need you to hear this. You're not lazy. You're not a failure. You might be dealing with what doctors call hurry sickness, when you're always rushing, always stressed, never able to slow down. Today, we're going to talk about how to break free from that cycle. We'll look at a man in the Bible who is just as exhausted as you are right now. In the surprisingly simple way, God helped him recover. We sometimes think Bible characters were perfect superheroes, but they weren't. The prophet Elijah was completely human, just like us. Elijah had just won the biggest victory of his life. On Mount Carmel, he stood up for God against 450 false prophets, and God showed up in an incredible, miraculous way. It was the spiritual high of his life. But right after that high, he crashed hard. A powerful queen threatened to kill him, and Elijah panicked. He ran away into the desert, sat down under a tree, and basically told God, "I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Just let me die." He was completely isolated. His thoughts were all over the place. He felt like he was the only person left who even cared about doing the right thing. Does that sound familiar? That "I've had enough" feeling? Here's what's amazing. God's response wasn't a lecture. He didn't tell him to pray harder or have more faith. Instead, God did something incredibly practical. He let him sleep. Then an angel gently woke him up and said, "Get up and eat something." After he ate, he went back to sleep again. God knew that before Elijah needed spiritual advice, he needed physical rest. His body was exhausted, and that was affecting everything else: his emotions, his thoughts, his faith. If you are completely drained today, your first spiritual step might actually be taking a nap and eating a good meal. The reason many of us can't sleep is because we've believed a lie. Our culture tells us that your value equals your productivity, that you're only worth something if you're constantly doing, achieving, finishing tasks. But we treat work like it's the main thing, the whole meal, and rest like it's dessert, something you only get if you've earned it, something you only deserve after everything else is done. But here's the truth. Everything will never be done. There will always be more emails, more tasks, more responsibilities. The Bible actually teaches the opposite of hustle culture. In the creation story, the very first thing humans did was rest. Adam and Eve's first full day was the Sabbath, a day of rest. They didn't work first to earn it. They started with rest, and then they worked. We don't rest so we can work. We rest so we can bring our best to everything we do. When we refuse to stop, when we keep pushing past exhaustion, we're living with what I call pathological busyness. That's the belief that says if I don't do it, it won't get done. The world will fall apart without me. But the reality is, real rest is an act of trust. When you choose to sleep, you're saying, "I trust God to keep the world running while I'm unconscious for 8 hours." Psalm 127 verse 2 says, "It is useless for you to work so hard from early morning until late at night, anxiously working for food to eat, for God gives rest to his loved ones." So how do we actually fix this? If your nervous system is stuck on high alert, always anxious, always wired, what do? Here are 4 practical things you can start tonight. 1. Digital detox. Give your brain 30 to 60 minutes of no screens before bed. Your phone's blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. Plus, every notification, every scroll through social media keeps your brain in stress mode. Put the phone in another room. 2. Use your bed only for sleep. This is called stimulus control. If you're lying in bed for 20 minutes and you still can't sleep, get up. Go sit somewhere else for a bit. Don't teach your brain that your bed is a place for frustration and worry. Your bed should mean only one thing: sleep. 3. Check your nutrition. Sometimes exhaustion is actually a physical problem. Your body might be missing key nutrients. Magnesium glycinate can help calm your nervous system. Even simple things like tart cherry juice have been shown to help people sleep better because it contains natural melatonin. Talk to your doctor about what might help you. 4. Schedule your rest. This sounds weird, but treat rest like an important meeting. Put it on your calendar. Block out time for sleep the same way you block out time for work. If it's not scheduled, it won't happen. When your mind is racing at bedtime, you need tools to redirect those thoughts. Here are 2 simple practices. Breathe prayers. This is an ancient Christian practice where you match a short prayer with your breathing. It works because slow, deep breathing naturally calms your body, and focusing on God's truth calms your mind. Try this. Breathe in slowly, "The Lord is my shepherd." Breathe out slowly, "I lack nothing." Do that for a few minutes. It combines the physical benefit of deep breathing with the spiritual benefit of remembering God's got you. Gratitude journaling. Anxiety is worry about the future. Gratitude brings you back to right now. Before you turn off the light, write down 3 things you're grateful for today. They can be small. My coffee was good. My kid laughed today. I have a warm bed. This simple practice shifts your brain from focusing on what's wrong to noticing what's good. After Elijah rested and ate, he traveled to a mountain cave. While he was there, God sent a powerful wind, then an earthquake, then a fire. These were big, loud, dramatic events. But God wasn't in the wind. He wasn't in the earthquake. He wasn't in the fire. God spoke in a gentle whisper. Modern life is loud. It's full of notifications, deadlines, noise, pressure, expectations. But healing doesn't happen in the chaos. It happens in the quiet. God isn't impressed by your exhaustion. He's not keeping score of how hard you work. He's honored when you trust him enough to rest. If you feel like you're at the end of your rope today, if you feel like you can't go on, please hear this. God hasn't given up on you. This hard season isn't the end of your story. It's just a difficult chapter. Tonight, I want to challenge you to try something. Put your phone away an hour before bed, eat a healthy dinner, and when you lie down, try that breathe prayer. Give yourself permission to be human, to be tired, to need rest. God is working even while you sleep, and he will meet you in the quiet. If this message helped you today, would you do me a favor? Hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about finding a real, practical hope in the middle of real messy life. We talk about faith, mental health, and how to actually live out what the Bible teaches. And if you know someone who's struggling with sleep, stress, or burnout, maybe a friend, a family member, a coworker, share this video with them. Sometimes people just need to know they're not alone. Drop a comment and let me know, what's one thing you're going to try tonight to help you rest better? I read every comment and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Sleep well tonight. God's got this.